Welcome to Healthy Wealthy Mogul channel. My name is Mira. Really good to see you today. So today I would like to talk about top 5 frugal living tips as a working mom. So number 1 is that I always walk. So I was born in Burma and raised in Burma, and I moved to Thailand and I moved to United States to educate further myself. And that was my pure intention, to educate it, so that way I'm able to work in the job that I will love and I'm able to proud of myself, So I think it is a really tough journey coming to another country. Even you are a US citizen right now and you want to move to another country, explore and be who you are, whatever you want to become. It is a tough journey, but it is very rewarding if you get into that. So, the language and, when I came through to United States, the language and the cultures are very, very tough barriers that you have to break through it. And it took years to be able to understand it. But at the same time, even though I'm here in the United States for a while now, it's still there are a couple of things that, even it could be a couple of languages, that it could be a couple of slang, that it could be a couple of idioms, that it could be a couple of things that you can still see and experience it. So the reason frugal living is very important as a working mom is that, you have to always do the job, which means that it could be, you can be like doing part-time. It could be you are the YouTube mom, you're doing YouTube and on the side, and maybe you are doing YouTube as a full-time, or maybe you are YouTube as your part-time, but you are still doing mostly a mom job on the full-time. Whatever position you are in, doing something is extremely important. The reason is that's why you are in the market and understanding it. It could be how the work environment is doing, even though you're working from home, even though you're working in the office, whatever the situation you are in, you understand how the market is doing and how the interactions on the social things are happening, so that you're not out of the loop. Not having out of the loop is extremely important, because sometimes as a mom or as a dad, that we experience that, like in terms of we are losing our contact of it and just only focusing on our kid. It is not a bad thing. Obviously it is great benefit for our kids. At the same time, there's also disadvantages of it too, for ourselves and for our future, for our kids too. So let's say you are a working mom or working dad. That means like you are kind of experiencing like what is happening in the job market, what is happening in the social out there. So that way you can also, bring that information to your family and to your kids, which is totally like beneficial for your family. And also when you're doing your job and you feel self-confidence, that you say like, you know what, I actually can bring some money, even though it might not be thousands of dollars, it can not be 6 figures. It may be some numbers that you can bring it to your family that make you feel like self-esteem and self-confidence for yourself. And I think as a human, as a mom, as a dad, it is extremely number 1 important to keep us motivating to keep going. So number 2 is that I move over to from as a, always do some kind of job into being resourceful. Being resourceful is very, very important. Being resourceful is like, as an immigrant that I came to this country, being resourceful is extremely the thing that is saved my, saving grace, that moving from one level to another. Being resourceful means like being understanding, ask questions, don't afraid of it, raise your hand, and just be stand up for yourself and like ask questions. Hey, how can I get this information? Or from who and from what? It could be from internet, it could be from phone call, it could be from in person, it could be attending to a meeting, it could be reading a book, it could be reading some notes, just like chatting somebody or messaging somebody. It could be there in the meeting, whatever it is. It could be in community events, it could be a friendship, whatever it is. Being resourceful is extremely important. That will help us for the long term. And so, being in the workplace and being resourceful is kind of like parallel, that they kind of make sure that our sanities are in place. And also we know that, are we doing okay? Can we do better? Can we track on it, making sure that, we're not forgetting, what is important. Sometimes being isolated, as a mom or as a dad, like we are like in our cocoon, and like be happy with it and be busy with our kids, which is extremely important. That's our kids need it. But at the same time, just being out there, doing something. I'm not saying you have to be extremely busy and like fill every hour with everything, I think that would really damage everybody, including us and the kids and the family. But I'm saying that being resourceful, like it could be weekly thing, it could be monthly thing. It definitely help that continue keeping moving our journey and our goals, especially as a financial, as a like not financial necessarily frugal person, that you're trying to like managing your finances and making sure that you're not overspending or underspending, or I guess underspending would be really nice. Not overspending or not being too extreme in each side. I think it definitely gonna help us being resourceful, teach us a lot of great things. So number 3 is like, as I mentioned slightly on the second things, is like it is having your own bank account. Like having your own bank account mean, I'm not saying just only checking account or saving account. I'm also saying credit card account. Having your own account as a woman, mostly that I see a lot of things like in my work related environment. I've been working in the workplace, in the offices for years, that I work in international market as an import export and freight forwarding person or custom broker job for years that I have done it. Those environment, there are a lot of people, you will find them like they decided that they were just relying on the husband. Even though they're in the workplace, they just truly rely on their husband or their partner. It could be boyfriend, it could be husband, whatever that is. Even though they're in the working place, they have a say so. They have a power to make their own decisions. Some women, we decided to kind of rely on the man and saying that, like, again, this video is not racist or any any men and women fighting situation here. I'm just saying, like, I have seen that situation that in this war, in real world, that we kind of forget about our goals and our individuality, and also like frugal living. We totally forgot about it, and we just letting the husband or partner make on their own bank account. So what happened is, when you're managing the frugal living or finance, we totally lose the sidetrack of it, even though we're in the workplace, even though we're in the resourcefulness, but we forget about this. But being resourceful, it's definitely gonna remind you of it. Hey, you know what? You are okay to have your own bank account, and it is okay to manage your own bank account and manage it. It is totally okay. Even though you have one credit card and one checking account and maybe one, like money market account or something, saving account in today's world, maybe like, I don't want to say the name because I don't want to hurt somebody's bank feelings. There are a lot of brick and mortar bank accounts out there. They are checking account and saving account. They have a lot of minimum requirements. You will be surprised at insane amount that they make you put it in there, and without paying any penny of your interest fees or no dividends, nothing, right? So instead of doing that, let's be smart out of it and doing the money market account. That will give you some sort of money, that you will earn some money from it, because those are your money. You deserve to earn the money, right? So having your own bank account, it's just gonna give you like ding, ding, ding. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I can do this. Managing it give you a realization that, you know what? I have to make sure that, I have to protect my credit card responsibility. Checking account, make sure that I'm doing the right in the account. Saving account, am I doing the right saving account? As a mom, we always have to watch out for it. We are wearing a lot of hats, and then you already know that, 20 hats a day, like checking, making sure that all the prescription refills, or making sure doctor appointments are on time for annual check-ins, or making sure that, our kitchen is fulfilled with everything that we need to cook for the family, meals. So I think when we wear so many hats, and additionally we're wearing the hats of office, a job, and you could be a boss job, you could be a manager job, you could be like, anything, entrepreneur job, or you could be working for different companies. Anything, wherever you are, it's a lot of hassles and bustles moving around, but it doesn't mean that we do not deserve to manage our own money. So as a woman, I think it's just a sincere and kind reminder that we must proceed with being a boss person, in the money. Number 4 is to educate your kids. It is extremely important. I'm a person who like to break the cycle if it's bad. What I mean is, like, I came from a world that is a very, very, like, a world that you would never imagine. The country is very beautiful, but it is not just only third world country. it's a country has a dictatorships and a lot of things are happening around it. And I have experienced a lot of things that, but I'm not here complaining about it. I'm so grateful that, sometimes you have to go through the tunnel in order to see the another side of it, right? So that's how I take it in. So my point is that you have to educate your kids, because the kids in this world, like, they are feeling like entitled, and in order to do whatever they want and spending credit cards and money left and right. And to me, it is not okay with that, because it doesn't mean that they cannot spend it all, or they have to be punished, or cannot get spoiled. It's not it. Educating your kids mean like showing them your routines. Hey, you know what, as a mom, as a dad, I'm working, I'm also doing the job. At the same time, I'm supporting the family and being a good mom and good dad. So that way, like, they understand like how valuable the money is, how valuable your time is, in order to sacrifice that you're giving it to them. So that way they don't feel like, they can do whatever they want with it. So that way, even though you work really hard to break your cycle, for example, like you pay all your debt, right? So, or maybe you're working really hard to pay off your debt, but then you're struggling. As a parent, sometimes we like to hide it from our struggles, so that we don't want our kids to see, and we don't want them to suffer it. But I think it is okay, be open about it, and teaching some of the money management skills, because the school will not teach them. The school has their own agendas, and they're doing things, and states and federals and everything that they're doing. I have no words for it. I'm going to keep my opinions to myself. But the point is that as a parents, we work with teachers and we work with our kids, and we extremely important role that we have to break the cycle of money management skills, that how to make sure that our next generation doesn't get into debt that we have suffered. As you see that I have student loans over 90,000, right? 90,000. It's a lot of money. But how did I get to it? That is a lot of story get involved. I did have a student loans because of my undergraduate and graduate. I did use some of the money that at the time when I got the student loan, I paid to my parents in order to support the, living in Burma. And my dad passed away. And so, I didn't know how to manage the money at the time, and the loan becoming bigger and bigger with the interest. I think you already know that story. Loans get interest gonna bigger if we don't pay it off. So I procrastinated myself, and, I was a mom, I stay a mom, but I was like, oh, you know what? Who is more important than me? So I always put somebody into a priority instead of me, myself. So my procrastinated long enough that my loans are getting huge, and I was like, my eyes were wide as big, and I was like, oh my God, I have to take care of it. This is my time to take care of it. If not, I'll be forever dead, right? So I think, being resourceful and never stop working as a job, it could be part-time, it could be full-time. And whatever job that you're doing, you could be doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs. It could be one big job that you're doing. Whatever job that you're doing, for me, is I'm doing 2 jobs. I'm doing language translations for on-calls for hospitals and, lawyers and stuff, and bank and in industry. But I also do YouTube, because that is my passion, that I would like to help somehow to whoever is watching me. And I hope you enjoy my video, and put a little thumbs up, and, mom to mom, dad to mom to dad, and, parents to parents. Like, we got it. We are the responsible in this generation, that whatever generation you are in, we are responsible in order to help next generation in the good deed, which is not leaving lots of money in it, but in terms of a lot of education in their brain and in their heart, that's saying that they can do it. They don't have to make a mistake that we did. Student loan is not a bad thing, but credit cards and consumerism, debts are like, we really need to get rid of it, or even car loan. Those are really important. The mortgage debt that we're working on to paying off. So I think that is extremely important. Have to educate kids in, when the situation presented itself, and show them a way, and teach them with kindness. This is our really important job, important role that we're holding it. I'm so glad that you're with me here today, and I'm sincerely very excited that I'm in this position, that able to share with friends over here, and share with whoever. Maybe you're in different country, maybe you are in Burma, maybe you are in Thailand, that you want to come to in the United States, having the better opportunity, better lifestyle, better, better dream that's fulfilled, Americans' dream fulfilled. I think I'm living in the American dream. I'm very grateful that wherever I am in, but I work really hard, day and night and day, to the point that I throw up air, I got really dizzy into it, to the point that I work so hard for it. But then I got a better and better understanding of it about money. And I realized that money is you have to work smart, not working really hard of it. That lead into the last topic for this video, which is that being content with our situation. Being content means like, yes, Mira, you're saying that you have to work really hard and you also have to content with too. I think it is very extremely important. As a person, human being, whether you're mom or dad, whether you're just teenagers over here that watching, that whatever age you are in your grandma, your grandpa, whatever it is, that sometimes we think like we have to fill our time with every single things in this world. We don't. We do not have to do it, because otherwise we're going to burn down ourselves, right? We don't want to burn down our mental and our physical. We have to sustain it, and we have to recharge it. We have to retain those information or our brain and our energy. So being content is like, spending time with doing nothing in the house. Sometimes just clean that corner of it, That doesn't require too much of a brain energy, but it requires some of your physical. That gives you exercise as well. Maybe pull some like a yard walk a little bit, pick it up some weeds from the ground, or maybe just stretch your own body with your kids, doing some turning on YouTube exercise workout with your family, group workout, family workout, doing something little, but it doesn't cost you so much of it. It doesn't require so much money spending on it. It just only requires you, yourself, and your family. It could be you, yourself sometimes. It could be with your family. Being content with your current situation. You don't have to work really hard in order to compare with other people to buy a bigger next house, bigger car, better car, a more modern year car, more modern gadgets, stuff like that. This watch that I wear, I have it like long time ago since 2018. It's about 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, like about 7 years. And I have this watch like when I was working for one of the company that they're doing the giveaway, not giveaway, you have to earn it, that you have to do certain workout and certain like points to earn that. So I did workout and I did, do eat healthy, whatever the procedure required. I did it, all of them, in order to get the point. And they say, you know what, you can earn the gift card or you can earn the day off. And so I choose to get the money, which is a Visa gift card. I think it was, I don't remember, it was like 250 or something. And I got that and I decided that, you know what, I'm going to make it into good use. So I decided to buy this little watch. I think it was like a Fitbit, like Versa or Visor, something like that. Obviously, it is pretty old, but I've been taking care of it every day. I wear it as much as I remember it. And I charge it every single day, single night. And it gave me like, motivation to keep going. It's like little things, like you do it, little things, and be content with it in your own lifestyle and happy about it, and don't dramatically work a lot and a lot and make a lot of money and we spend it all. How does it help, right? We make that much and work really hard and we spend that much. It was not really helping our general purpose of being frugal living, right? Having a thriving, right? Frugal living is that just, you enjoy your life and living below the means, and that will give us a more satisfying life and happy enjoyment life. I hope that you really enjoyed this video, and let me know what do you think of it. Out of these 5 tips, what are you doing now? Do you agree with me? And what do you think you want to add in more? And let me know. And are you working mom, like full-time working mom? Maybe are you part-time working person, but you're full-time mom? Whatever situation you are in, let me know. I'm intrigued to know that and get to know you as well. I would like to do more continued video like this too. I think it is inspiring and it's like passion each other. We can share and have a great day. I'll see you next video. Thank you so much.